Well, hello everyone. Hi. Welcome to another episode of Monday Night Live. For those of you not watching this live, it was filmed on Monday the 9th of February. It's 9 p.m. I'm here every Monday night at 9 p.m. French time. What's going on? How are you? How's it going, everyone? Good to see you all. Do we have some people on YouTube? We do. Kristen Kim, it's my last live for the US from the while. I'm flying back to Paris this Sunday. I may be too jet lagged to watch next Monday, but we'll see. Welcome to the show, Kristen Kim. We got Thorgalix, we got Control Alt Supreme. Hello. Late Disclose once again. What's going on? We've got some people on Instagram. Hello, Instagram. Ciao. Ciao. Coming to see you Wednesday. Bar de Naron. I can't wait to do the show on Wednesday in Rennes. Well, it's technically a suburb of Rennes. Yeah, it's been a fun week. I've had a great week this last week. I did 3 shows. One was in Lausanne, Switzerland, but it wasn't my full show. It was just me. What's going on? I'm getting emails. I'm getting notifications. It's just bollocks. I did a show. It was part of the Schnee Comedy Club, so I did a 15-minute set in French with some hilarious comedians in French. That was great. Then came back home. Then went to see a friend's show, Swan Périssé, at the Cirque d'Hiver. That was an amazing show. I would say go and see her, but it was her last show. And then we did Caen and Nantes. Yesterday was Nantes, and the night before was Caen. Outrageous! The shows were amazing. So, very happy. Speaking of which, we've got Guillaume. Hello, Paul. Thank you for the show in Caen. It was really nice. I loved it. You guys were such a good crowd. It was great. I'm so happy that people are coming to the show that's fully 100% in English and they're understanding everything that's going on. I mean, mostly. They're laughing in the same places as every English-speaking country, so that's good. Not was amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Patucada 5430. It was super fun. I really enjoyed it. We can call this MNL. I call it MNL. It's MNL. It's instead of SNL, Saturday Night Live, it's Monday Night Live. Solène Matles, tu viens à Rennes le 11 février? I don't know. On Wednesday. I don't know what date the 11th of February is. It's Wednesday. The show's on Wednesday, this Wednesday. And speaking of which, the rest of this week, I've got Bordeaux on Saturday, Toulouse on Sunday, or the other way around. I can't remember. Is Bordeaux on Saturday? Bordeaux is on Saturday, which is Valentine's Day, so my wife is very happy that I'm not at home. And then Sunday is Toulouse. Oh, that's going to be a great weekend. So we'll see. Good question from Red Becky here. I'm not interested in sport, but the Winter Olympics is insane. Anything on snow and ice is amazing. How do they do it? It's absolutely fascinating. Have you ever tried skiing, Paul? I have tried skiing. Cheers, by the way. I skied a lot as a kid, and I started snowboarding when I was about 14, and I moved to Madrid. And my best friend was Russian, and he was into snowboarding. I was a skateboarder anyway, so I was like, well, if I skateboard, I might as well try snowboarding, and I've been snowboarding since. Speaking of which, I'm going snowboarding the day after my show at l'Olympia, or 2 days after. We're going up to the mountains with my daughter to get her skiing. She's never been skiing before. So we've been to the mountain and the snow, but we just never booked it in time. It was always last minute. And so we never got a chance to get her skiing. So this year, she's going skiing, I'm going snowboarding. And I just hope I don't break a leg because I've got a marathon to run. So, do you know what I mean? Killing know it. How do you balance work, training, and fatherhood? It's a great question. I don't. The fatherhood is out the window. I'm a terrible dad. Well, it's difficult. Work and training are the same thing. Well, I'm very fortunate that I have a job that allows me to not work during the day a lot, except if it's replying to emails from cunts, which happens a decent amount. But I can train during the day. Like today, today I did all 3, okay? I didn't do my show, but I came back from Nantes on the train, which is technically work. Then as soon as I got home, I said hi to my daughter because she wasn't at school because there was a fucking strike at school. Of course there fucking was. So it was a long weekend for my wife and daughter. Said hi, then went for a 5-kilometer run, then came home, was a dad all evening, and then now I'm doing this. So I'm back to work. So there we go. Look who's in the comments. It's Mr. Jay Swanson. Brr, brr. What's going on? Jay? Your book came. I got your book. It finally arrived. If you don't know my mate Jay Swanson, go follow him immediately on Instagram and also TikTok and also YouTube. He's a good friend of mine and he's written a book about his experience in France. When did this come out? I don't know when it was made. When did you make this? When did you make it? When did it happen? It's got to be written in here. 2020. Really? 2020? I thought it was before that. Anyway, can't wait to read it. Finally arrived today. Wow. This is going to be the best Sunday ever. Oming to see you, Paul. Oming? I don't know what oming means, but yeah, I'm excited to do Toulouse, Bordeaux, back to back. It's going to be amazing. They're usually two of my favorite cities to perform in. You watch, this year they'll be shit for some reason. But like Caen on Saturday, I've had good shows in Caen, but this is the biggest show I've ever done in Caen. 500 people. And it was packed. It was sold out. The venue was great. And the audience were amazing. So that was Darcy, thanks for being one of the people at the show. It was such a surprise. Literally, Caen is the only city where I've done a bigger show this year. Every other city is either the same or less because the show is 100% in English, right? And so I was worried that people would not come because they wouldn't understand it. But every city, if it's not the same capacity, it's slightly smaller. Like Lyon, instead of it being the 1,800 seater, it's the 1,000 seater. So still a big show, but smaller than before. And Paris is smaller. We're doing Olympia instead of Le Zénith. What else? What other shows have we reduced? Bordeaux and Toulouse, it's the same venue because there's not really smaller, that isn't massively smaller. They're about 1,200 seats, and the only other option was like 300. So it was like too big of a jump. What other cities have I done? Lille, same place. Strasbourg, same place, but there were less people. Caen was the only one where we've gone up, and it was sold out. It was amazing. Jay Swanson, 2019. There we go. What else? What else have we got? Can't wait to read it. Somebody who's not going to read it. Yeah, I don't read, but I will read Jay's book because, he's a mate. Although I say that, my friend Fabien Olicard, who is a mentalist, as in like an actual mentalist, not a crazy person. He's a mind-reading person. I've got 4 of his books. He sends me all of his books, and I haven't read one of them yet because it's in French. Do you know what I mean? Hola de México, ¿cómo estás, Enrique Santiago? Todo bien, todo bien. What else have we got? Toulouse, World of Chocolatine. You know that? Of course I do. Bordeaux and Toulouse, I'm going to insult them by coming out and saying, hey, pain au chocolat is the best. It's the debate that destroys France. That you can have as many political debates as you want in France. The extreme right, the extreme left, Marine Le Pen, Macron. If it involves a chocolatine or a pain au chocolat, that is the biggest debate in this country. I love it. Sandy, Saïda, Joyeux, Dagorn. What a great name. You speak so well English. I understand everything you say. Well, I'm glad. Thank you. I try to make an effort. Do you know what I mean? We'll be here in Toulouse, coming from London. Kent 134, why didn't you come to the show in London? You're coming all the way from London to Toulouse. I love it. You're going to have to shout out. Verity Beaching, I needed a bar next time in Caen. Yeah, we needed to go out. Oh, the venue needed a bar. Yeah, that was the only thing about Caen, which was disappointing. It's like it was a centre de congrès, and there was no bar in the venue. But that's just France. There's never fucking bars in the venues. I'll retweet another Newcastle. I can't speak in fucking Geordie. UK tour again. I will do the UK again at some point in the future, but not for the next, not until 2028. I know it's a long time, but I've got other things to do between now and 2028. I'm going to be running quite a lot. In theory, I'm currently training for the Paris Marathon, and then after the Paris Marathon, I'll be training for the Chicago and New York Marathon back-to-back, 3 weeks difference, and then I'm going to carry on training for the Tokyo Marathon. Then it's going to be Boston and London marathons back-to-back, 6 days apart. Then it's going to be the South African Marathon in Cape Town, then Sydney Marathon, and finally the Berlin Marathon, with maybe Shanghai after that. So that's going to be keeping me busy for the next 2 years. And I'll just be doing shows, maybe in Paris, maybe in London, but probably not touring around. It's too much. It's too much. Are the anecdotes in the show real? I already told you, but I enjoyed the show in Besançon. Listen, here's the thing about comedy. When you do comedy, I am not a joke writer. I'm a storyteller. That's how I pitch myself. And all of the anecdotes that I talk about are based of some sort of true story. Some of them are exaggerated. Some of them I add details to. But they're all based in reality. All mine are. It's not always the case. Some comedians invent stories to make them funnier or whatever else it is. Some of them write actual jokes. If I'm telling you a story, it's happened. For sure. Oh, by the way, yesterday in Nantes, it was the first time we ended the show with the Emmanuel Macron For Sure song. If you don't know what that is, I can't play it because I'm going to get ruined on YouTube. Copyright issues. But just type, it's French Fuse, the legend that does music. He does music remixes of the internet. So I put his song on at the end. It was funny. I enjoyed it. For sure. Pourquoi avoir choisi cette salle à Caen? The reason why we chose that room is because in Caen, Caen is one of those cities where there's not a lot of venues to perform in. It's either the Théâtre à l'Ouest, which is about 110, it's between 100 people and 150 people, which isn't big enough. Or there's like a 2,000-seater, like Zénith or something like that, and there's nothing in between. So that was the only venue that worked a size where I didn't need to, where the Zénith, I can't fill the Zénith, but I don't want to do two shows back to back in a 150-seater. I'd rather just do one show. So that's why we chose that venue. It's the only one. There's loads of cities that are shit like that, where there's no venues. Like Rennes is a shit city for venues. There aren't any venues in Rennes to do comedy. It's either where I'm performing at, which is Saint-Grégoire, which is a suburb of Rennes, or the other one I think is Maromme, or Passy, I think. Passy. It's basically not in the city, not in Rennes. It's the same thing with Lyon, right? Lyon doesn't have a lot of venues, so I'm performing in a place called Caluire-et-Cuire or some shit like that. It's a suburb of Lyon. The other one is Dessines-Charpieu. So you sometimes, if you live in a city that has shit venues, then that's what you have to do. Bordeaux is great. It's got a venue in the city. Toulouse is like the casino, so it's not great, but the venue's quite cool. So yeah, it depends on the city. I don't know why fucking Rennes, which is a big city, doesn't have a decent theatre in it that does comedy. Anyway. I don't know if you know this, Paul, but Caen is one of the cities, if not the city in France, where the public is quite difficult. Really? Comedians in the 80s used to start their tour in Caen as a test. So if it works in Caen, it works everywhere else. That's interesting because I've heard that about many cities. But you guys were fucking great. It was a great show. Where in France have I had the toughest shows? Well, Frémin-Merlebac was one of them, but that's just because they didn't speak very good English. Nice is always a tough crowd for me. I don't know why, but Nice is always a tough crowd. And Nice is like the smallest show that I'm doing on this tour. It's like 180 seats. And then 2 days later, I'm doing the biggest show of the tour in l'Olympia with 2,000 people. What's going on outside? Speaking of which, so bummed that I missed out on tickets. Matt Nav, I'm sorry you missed out on tickets. Seen every one of your previous shows, but sadly this will be the first. I wish it could be there. Mate, don't, just keep looking, because they might open some tickets last minute, potentially. You should have come to Le Havre. I know, I spoke to somebody who said I should have gone to Le Havre, but they didn't book me in Le Havre. I don't know why. I don't know why. What else? What else have we got? Salut Paul, how's all the training going? The training's going well. Mr. Paul D, 3283. It's good. I'm very excited because 3 days ago, the day before I went to Caen, I did a half marathon and it didn't hurt. I mean, it hurt. I could barely walk the next day, but it wasn't injury. It was tiredness. I was like, oh, that's cool. Today, I went out for a 5K. Tomorrow, I'll be doing about a 9-kilometer. Day off on Wednesday, I go to Rennes, do my show. Come back on Thursday, I'll do another 7 or 8 kilometers. And then on Friday, probably close to 18 or 19 kilometers. So it's getting there. It's getting serious now, the marathon training. It starts fairly okay. The distances don't go above 15 kilometers for the first 2 months. And then as soon as you hit month 3 of training, then it's like bang, 20, 21, 25. I'm nervous because I do my show in Paris, the last one at l'Olympia on Sunday, the 1st of March. On Tuesday, the 3rd of March, we drive 7 hours to the mountains to go skiing. On the Monday, so in between the drive and the Olympia, I'm supposed to do a 30-kilometer run. And I can't fit it anywhere else. I can't do it up in the mountain. 30 kilometers is too much because I don't know when you run for 30 kilometers, you have to plan. You got to have your water with you. You got to have food with you, and you've got to know kind of where you're going because otherwise it just gets confusing. So I'm going to do it at the local park where I know what I'm doing. The day in between the Olympia and driving 7 hours. It's not a good idea. I know it's not, but I don't have a choice. Fabien is doing daily videos to learn loads of shit. I know, Fabien Olicard, listen to me. If you don't follow Fabien Olicard, you need to speak French. He's amazing. And I don't know how he does it. I'm fucking jealous of him and his wife that like co-produces his shows, and he puts out such amazing content all the time. His shows are amazing, and somehow he's got time to write fucking 20 books. Look. These are all the books that he sent me, and I haven't read one of them. There's a 4-part series, which is La Harpe des Quatre Saisons, which is like a choose-your-own-adventure type of book. Then there's the second version of that, which is La Confrérie de Nuada. Then there's the third one of that lot, fucking Les Entrailles du Temps, which is amazing, apparently. I haven't read it. And then there's an extension. It's like the extra little version of that. The one that I'm going to read first, though, because he seems to have a lot of it, is le livre qui vous fera gagner du temps. It's basically how to organize your life and find more time. So I'm going to read the shit out of that because clearly he's got time to fucking do all of these videos and his shows and write fucking 6 books. I don't understand. So, Fabien, you will never see this, but shout out to Fabien Olicard. Somebody tag him. He might watch immediately. In fact, you know what I'm going to say? Look, hold on. Let me bring that back. Hold on. Right. Let me put that on the screen. Watch this. I'm going to send him a message right now and see if he replies immediately. Salut Fabien, je suis en train de faire mon live du lundi soir et on parlait de toi dans mon live. Voici un petit commentaire. Fabien, he is incredible. Donc voilà, t'as des fans de toi dans mon live qui te trouvent incroyable et je parlais de tous tes livres parce que je sais pas comment t'as le temps de faire tout ça. Anyway, bisous, bye. Let me send it to him immediately. See if he replies. And then if he does, then I'll show you I'll show you the fucking right message. Wait a sec. Fabian Olicard. There we go. T'as l'air en colère, respire. I seem angry. I'm angry all the time. Oh! No, I'm just excited. That is just my annoying energy. I'm annoyed. I'm annoying. In Caen, you got us crying with the last name joke. Just saying, the last name joke. What was the last name joke? The joke about someone's last name. In Not, we had a lot of fun with that. I can't remember what the last name joke was in Caen. Was it around the kids' book? I can't remember. What else have we got? If you wrote a book, what would you want it to be about? Great fucking question. Tony Aquino. Teodoni. What a great username. That's a great question. What book would I... I mean, if I did like a book that wasn't about my life, because I think I'd do a book about my life, because I think it's quite interesting for people. What would it be? I guess languages? I don't know. I would never write a book. That's the thing, because I don't read books. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's complicated to write. I've been asked to write books. A couple of times I've been contacted by editors, les maisons d'édition, however you say that in French. And they were like, oh, do you want to do a book? I'm like, no, I don't write books. I could get a ghostwriter and fucking get somebody else to write the book and give them the idea, but I can't write books. However, maybe a kid's book. That, I've got a good idea for a kid's book. And it would be called Welcome to Belleville. So there's a place in Paris called Belleville. But we joke in our house that our town is called Bellyville because we've all got bellies. My wife's got a belly, I've got a belly, the cat's got a belly, Louise has got a belly, everyone's got a belly. So it's like, welcome to Bellyville. And it would just be little characters with big bellies walking around and doing whatever. So that's my kid's book idea, Welcome to Bellyville, to kind of, body positivity, just to be like, you know what, it doesn't matter if you've got a belly. It's, we call it different things. I guess for me, I have a dad bod, but I've had a dad bod since I was 14, so. John Ross, he's 37. Congratulations. Well done on making it this far. Happy birthday. Oh, that's what we talked about in Caen. Yeah, the fact that everyone has their last name in big letters. So we were talking about last names. I was asking the audience for a French last name and somebody said Michel. And I said, oh, isn't Michel a first name? And they're like, no, but it can be a second name. And I was like, oh, that's why in France you put your last name in capital letters so you know it's a last name. Because every time I fill out like a form here, I get the impression I'm shouting my last name going, Paul Taylor! I have a response from Fabien Olicard, who says, ah, t'es adorable, mon cher Paul. Je te laisse. J'ai 8 livres à écrire avant de me coucher. He goes, you're adorable, Paul. I won't keep you long because I've got 8 books to write before I go to bed. Good times. Blague à part, j'ai adoré ton énergie et le côté bilingue de tes spectacles. Bravo pour le sévrage. I did the same 2.5 years ago. Je t'ai pas regretté un seul jour. Oh, okay. So, jokes aside, I loved your energy and your bilingual shows. Well done for cutting alcohol. Yeah. Did I regret No, but I went back to it for a bit. I'm not completely severed. I like that word, severed from alcohol. I go back and forth. Right now, I'm off it. It basically what happens, it's a cycle. I'm off it until there's an event. Then I'll have one drink or two. And then the doors are open. I'm like, next time I'll have 3 or 4. And then it gets to a point until I get really drunk and have a terrible hangover. And then I stop again for like 2 months. And then it goes back and forth. So it's probably not the healthiest. But I'm back off the alcohol until at least l'Olympia. I will maybe have a glass of champagne at the Olympia since it's the last show. It's in Paris. Fucking my friends are coming. Do you know what I mean? Comedy Stop Paris. Hello? Hello? Comment ça va? Wait, is that comedy? That's not. Wait, Comedy Stop. Comedy Stop Paris. Comedy? Oh, you've changed your logo. I was wondering if somebody had stolen your logo, Comedy Stop. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy comedy, English comedy, then go follow Comedy Stop Paris. They will let you know, basically, anytime good English-speaking comedians are coming through town who are from outside of Paris. So if you got to go check them out on Instagram. If you like English comedy, and it's probably mostly, to be honest, in Paris, unfortunately. I'm the only one brave enough to do English comedy outside of Paris. But if you go follow their Instagram, you can see all of the comedians that are coming through town, such as Nikki Glazer. She's amazing. You should go see her. Ashley Gavin, she's incredible. Zoltan is hilarious. Who else do I know on this list? Obviously, Dave Chappelle was through town. Who else? Who's at the top there? Oh, look, it's Shane Todd. Oh, he's great. From Northern Ireland. He's going to be in Paris soon. When's he in Paris? The 26th of February. I'm in Nice. I would have gone and see the show, but I'm in Nice. So yeah, go follow Comedy Stop Paris. I like the new logo, by the way. Dorothée Lemaire, what a great name. Thanks for offering the English show in Nantes. It was great and refreshing. Well, thanks very much for coming. I really appreciate it. Right, let me go all the way down to the bottom because you've got tickets to Zoltan. Nice. I'm jealous because I love Zoltan. I really like his energy. Right. I think, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for terrible translations. Terrible translations. This is where you can send me some translations that you find out and about to my email address, if you so wish, and we'll talk about them on the air. On the air? How old am I? My email is translations@paultaylorcomedy.com, so you can send me your things there. I've got one. Before I go through the emails, I found one yesterday at the Ibis Styles, where I was sleeping in Caen. And here is what I found. So the English is down the bottom, and most of it is pretty good, right? I'll be honest. Where it doesn't work is this phrase here. It says, to respect our environment commitment, thank you to use the heating with a temperature maximum of 21 degrees. Now, I don't know how many errors you can have in that one phrase, but it's classic French English errors. So in French, it's afin de respecter notre engagement environnemental. Merci de chauffer votre chambre. So the French phrase, merci de, we use it as a way of saying, basically, the French will always translate that as thank you to. And it's not thank you to, it's please. That's all you need to say. So, thank you to use the heating. No, please use the heating. Not thank you to. Thank you to doesn't exist in English. Get rid of it from your vocabulary fucking immediately, okay? It's merci de is please. So please use the heating with a temperature maximum of 21 degrees. No, with a maximum temperature. Or please use the heating. Please do not use the heating above 21 degrees, is what I would say. To respect our environmental commitment, please do not use the heating above 21 degrees Celsius, is what I would say. So that's classic shit translations, right? Now, what emails have you sent me in the last week? Right, Peter Downing. Let's have it. It's Pete Downing. It's Pete Downing. Right. The French says, verrou de la porte, HS. Door lock out. This was in the men's toilet at the Hotel Campanile in Lille after your show. Right. So again, classic mistake. Verrou de la porte, HS. HS means out of service. Hors service, literally. HS. Fucking lazy bastards. Door lock out. No, you would say door lock broken is what you would say. Or door lock not in use. Or door lock out of service. Hors service, out of service. How complicated is it? Campanile bullshit. Anyway, right, next one is from Irene, I think. Hi, Paul. Hope you're doing great. They made a way to have French people pronounce it a bit better. Talking about Worcestershire sauce. Okay. So what's funny is the branding is just Worcester sauce. I think that can exist though, Worcester sauce. However, I did notice down below there, it does say Worcestershire. Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. Worcestershire. They make the effort, don't they? They make the effort. That's a great one. Right, and then Catherine Stadler is the last one. Right, this is quite a long message, but we'll see. We'll read it. Hi, Paul. Facebook auto-translate can be interesting. Go to Resell is one of Lille's ultra organization football. See highlighted French and corresponding translating error. Paul in this context would blah, blah. This was from a few weeks ago in relation to Africa Cup of Nations, but we've not been around for MNL to send it in. Okay. So the French one, le Maroc, blah, 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 blah. Il n'a donc pas disputé la moindre minute lors de cette phase de poule. And the English says, so he didn't argue 1 minute in this chicken phase. Ah, that is amazing. Okay. Of course, when you're in sports and la phase de poule in French is the chicken phase. It's basically where I guess we say the pools in English, Pools, the pools, but there's like the group stages. We would normally say group stages. Like for football, we call it the group stages. Oh, they didn't get through the group stages of the World Cup. And in French, you would say, ils n'ont pas passé la phase de poule, the chicken phase. The chicken phase! Oh, it's too good. These are great. These are perfect, terrible translations that you can send me for next week's Monday Night Live, translations at paultaylorcomedy.com. If you follow me on Patreon, then I'm going to carry on. I'll carry on chatting for another half an hour with you guys. It's the after party. It's the Patreon-only after party. If you join me on Patreon, basically, you buy me a beer. That's how it works. A virtual beer, because you're just basically giving me money. But I use it for buying beers. So I buy beers for my lives. It's a virtual beer, and in return, you get loads of exclusive content, and we get to hang out for an extra half an hour. So join me on Patreon if you want to. And if you don't, then I'll see you next Monday, ladies and gentlemen. I do this every Monday, 9 p.m. French time, on all of the platforms that I can do it to. So Facebook, Instagram, YouTube and Twitch. And for the rest of you, I will see you in Rennes on Wednesday if you're coming to the show, or Bordeaux on Saturday, Valentine's Day, or Sunday in Toulouse, and I'll be back home in time from Toulouse to do Monday Night Live next week. So I'll see you all on Monday. Patreon, I'll see you in a couple of minutes, and thanks for joining me, and have a great week. Bisous. Bye.